feels like we're really close. Were you this close to Brandon?
It's a picture.
Oh.
I'm kidding, it's a video.
Oh.
Yeah, no, me and Brandon, we would never be this close. He doesn't like me. All right, welcome back. Episode 2 of the Big Questions with Ben Utah podcast. That's really a video on YouTube. Hey, I'm getting a FaceTime.
Yeah, from who?
My mom.
Oh.
Oh, she hung up.
Well, she missed out. She's not going to be part of Big Questions with Ben anymore.
Yeah, Mom, you're going to be on TV. All right, Big Questions with Ben Utah. What's our big question for today?
What are you grateful for?
Now, see, I was going to ask you that. Since it's Thanksgiving, I was going to ask you to talk about thankfulness, gratitude. Would you say you are for or against gratitude?
For.
Pro gratitude. Okay. Why?
Because research shows that it helps improve your mood and your mental state. If you're more grateful, practice more gratitude.
Heard it both ways. All right, what are you thankful for before we start our podcast?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Don't know.
Nothing?
I mean, I think that I have someone like you who makes me go on adventures, and that I can go on adventures.
Yeah. Yeah, I think most people in my life would say that. They're grateful for me. I don't know why that leaves me.
Yeah, tough one. Wonder if he has any people in his life that he's grateful for. Offer anything. How could we possibly, right, offer anything to someone like you?
You know, I'm really grateful for having people in my life that I can allow to look up to me, or that I can offer so much to.
Hey, I didn't say that I looked up to you or that you offered me a lot.
Okay, what's our big question for today?
I thought you were going to ask about gratitude.
No, I mean,
Isn't that a big question?
asked and answered, you know?
Yeah. It's not really big.
No.
I don't like this. I don't like how it's gone.
Really? I think it's
Yeah.
gone really well.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, big question this week is, do you believe in ghosts?
Ghosts?
Ghost. Poltergeist.
Poltergeist specifically, or just like ghosts, like spirits?
There's a difference?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay.
I think I do.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that.
Really?
Yeah.
You were expecting me to say no?
Yeah.
Oh. Really?
Why? Why do you believe in them?
I mean, I've like personally heard and then experienced some things that you just can't explain.
You're possessed. I've thought that for a while, to be honest.
No, I mean, I think most notably, like after my grandpa died, it was just me and my mom in my grandpa's house, and like everyone had like left, like after the funeral and everything, and like a music box just starts going off. And like whenever we'd go visit their house in Florida, whenever we'd get there, he'd go and start playing all the music boxes. Like it'd be like his
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for us. Like he wouldn't play it any other time.
Yeah.
And so like it was just to have everyone leave and it'd be just me and my mom, and then for the music box to go off. And I vividly remember this so much because I was in like my mom's room and she was in the living room, and I heard it and I was like, was that you?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a pause. Like she didn't respond right away, and she goes, no. It happened earlier too.
Yeah.
And I immediately got up and I was like, what do you mean? It happened earlier too.
That's comforting though in a way too. It's not like the spooky ghosts that we think about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a similar experience with my grandpa in his workshop with a radio. And the radio had like interference, we'll call it, and it switched between stations to this very specific kind of music that he would listen to. And so that made me think, like, I'm not sure I'm like sold on ghosts, but I think there's some element of maybe spiritual energy
Mm-hmm.
that stays around. Man, I sound like such a hippie right now. But that's my best guess. Maybe some kind of spiritual energy stays around, just held within the molecules of the room. I don't know. When you think about it, like you think about like the law of conservation of mass, the conservation of energy. If we are made up of some sort of energy, it has to go somewhere. And more than just ATP and chemical energy, like where would our, like what we call a soul, the soul is made of energy and mass, then it has to be retained somehow within this finite realm. I think it could stay around. And I wonder if the things we impact stay around, like if our impacts also stay around. Because if I were to like push a rock off of this, my energy transfer will have forever changed its orientation. So is that a form of memory? Right? Because now it is no longer up here and forever it'll be down there until someone else moves it. Is that a form of memory? I don't know.
The argument can be made with anything we do like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that is like memory.
Yeah. So again, if your grandpa was the one that always played the music boxes, is there some form of soul energy memory that's stored there?
Yeah, but he never did it at the house in Michigan.
Okay.
That's
interesting.
Yeah.
So now there's transportation involved.
But I agree. I don't think it's necessarily like the energy being trapped in the place or like the event happened or like the thing happened. I think it's more on like what you're talking about, like with the soul and like it going somewhere and
Right.
and if I imagine like force ghosting, you know?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I imagine
Force
something like
ghost.
that.
That's good. I have 2 more questions for you.
Oh, 2 more?
2 more.
I thought.
Well, they're related. What kind of implications does this have if there are ghosts? If we're able to interact beyond the grave, if we're a force ghost, are we going to be like, isn't that kind of hell for us, to be honest? Like, after we're dead, we're just kind of forced to barely interact, and are we conscious? Are we aware?
I think it's like, so this is kind of not ideal, but like this is the way I think about it. Is it with the force ghosting idea? It's like a last
Supper.
It is like a last thing. It's like the last, rock that you push down. It's the last memory you leave. Like you get something to do, and like this is like the cliche of like when all your life is resolved, blah blah blah, you get to move on. So I do think, in a sense, if you haven't moved on or things aren't resolved, it is like a living hell because you can't interact.
So we're Sisyphus, is what you're saying. I'm going to come back to Sisyphus in a later video this winter. But we're not totally conscious.
No.
Okay, that's fair. Last question. If you become a ghost, who is the first person you're going to haunt?
Who's the first person I'm going to haunt? Okay, what does haunting entail? Like, what can I do? What can I not do?
Spooking them.
Spooking them?
You can push things over. You can whisper in their ear. You can't like
whisper in their ear.
Yeah.
Man, then you're gonna drive someone insane.
Mm-hmm. You can like, shake the walls, but you can't pick them up or anything.
Okay, but basically what you're saying is I have a past to drive someone insane.
Yeah, it's like psychological torture.
Okay. So 2 people come to mind who I'm not going to name. See, I have a hard time being mean though.
This is like vengeance.
Yeah, but like I could only do it minorly. Like I could just.
You would die and still have vengeance on the brain. Like you just like.
Well, you said haunt. You said psychological torture.
Yeah, it could be funny.
Oh, well, you didn't.
You said,
didn't say
do I
that.
have a past to torture somebody? And I'm like, I guess. I mean.
I asked you what haunting meant, and you were like, throw things around, spook them.
Yeah,
whisper in their ear. And I said, that'll drive them crazy.
You
And you
could
said psychological torture.
You could whisper nice things. You could be like, you're looking great today.
You.
Me?
I've
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
I've
Real
completely
original.
decided. Completely decided. Yeah, no, you. Because I would be able to offer a little bit of both. Could drive you a little insane while also doing funny things.
Right. Okay. You still help me pick music for these videos.
Yeah, right. No.
No?
No.
Oh.
No.
It's cold. It's dark. I've already had to adjust. Actually, I think the sun should be fine now. I've already had to adjust the settings here. So you probably just noticed an uptick in the lightness of this shot. Okay, that's it.
No.
We'll see you next week
No.
on Big
No,
Questions with Ben. Thanks for coming on the show. Goodbye.
Who would you haunt?
Who would I haunt?
Or who would you hang around?
Hmm.
Since haunt sounds messed up.
Hmm.
Okay, if it's like what I'm saying, like the Force kind of like Ghost, like you get like one final energy act.
Okay.
What would you do?
I'd play the Augusta National.
How do you don't have time to play 18 holes with the last little bit of like life force you have?
Kidding me? I got a lot of life force.
18 holes at Augusta
I'll play
National.
aim in corner. I'll play 13. That's it. I'll just play one hole.
Okay, that's what you
Yep.
want to do. That's the last little bit of energy.
No, I'd probably hang around with like other ghosts. You know, I'd go to a cemetery and be like, "Hey, how'd you get here?" You know. I don't know. I'd probably haunt just like I'd go around and try to find like kids that are messing around with like a Ouija board. You know, like high schoolers. See if I can mess with them a little bit. I think that'd be. I would be doing the most good. I think their lives would be forever altered.
I would agree.
Yeah. You can buy a Ouija board at Target, but you're not expecting Ghost Ben Utah to come in and confirm your worst nightmares. I'll be stacking chairs, bro. You know how they do in the movies? They stack chairs on tables and stuff. I don't watch a lot of scary movies. All right, it's too cold.
Yeah,
It's too dark. I gotta go. Once again, if you want to come on the podcast, let me know. We've already had 2 guests. Your time's running out if you're trying to get on here. I mean, there's not really a finite number of episodes we can do, but
there's a finite episodes.
it's winter. It's winter only. So we have like, what, 13 more months of this or something? I don't know. See you in the next one.
Bye.